Hey guys, welcome to today's video. We are doing a full-on favorites and hate it, talking about everything e.l.f. And I have two piles in front of me. I have the pile that I am looking at right now going, ooh, don't wear this stuff. It might look chalky and weird. It might not have pigment. We're gonna talk about it all. And then I have another pile that I, wanna just have a chat with you guys about and give to you as recommendations for things that will work beautifully for you no matter what budget you are shopping with. So I want to talk about what's on my eyes, and this is something that I think anyone would really love. The formula on here is so good. This is a $10 matte eyeshadow palette. Now when you're looking at something that is at the $10 mark and matte, more often than not it's going to be very chalky, crumbly. You're going to have a hard time blending things, especially those darker shades. If you're going through the crease, you might end up really struggling. But this has long been one of my favorite matte palettes, and you can do so much with it. I mean, you have so many different nice brown shades in here. You really can do anything. You can play this up with more warm tones on the lids. You can play it up with more cool tones. You could go completely matte. I put a little bit of a cream sparkle shadow on my lid, and that's really all I did. I just surrounded it with these shades and called it good. And I think for 10 bucks, this is awesome. Did I just wipe brown shadow on my face? When are you gonna learn to be professional? Let's just take a moment to think about how did I get lipstick on my forehead? Okay. Speaking of lips, I am wearing right now a beautiful lip product, and this one is so crazy inexpensive. You know, it's the price of a latte, probably less than a latte. This is the e.l.f. Lip Lacquer, and this is in the shade Natural, and it looks beautiful on the lips, on its own or layered on top, but look at this color. It is like one of those just perfect pinky neutral, but not too pale or without color. It just has the right mix, and on your lips, it just smooths right out. It tastes really good. It has this nice kind of sweet tropical taste to it, which is really surprising because you will lick your lips over and over throughout the day and it will still taste like that. So if you don't like that kind of thing, that might not work out for you because it is very flavored. But I love how opaque it is, how creamy. It's not overly shiny, and it is the perfect shade. So out of all e.l.f. lip products, this is my absolute favorite. I am actually using this as my primer today on my lids. I wanted to see what it looked like kind of underneath eyeshadow because I have worn this on top and it works that way as well. This is the Matte to Metal Eye Priming Transformer. And just to give you an idea of what it looks like, it's just a nice kind of golden cream shadow type of a feel, but when you put this down on the lid and kind of press it in and sheer it out how you would any clear eyeshadow primer, this is just going to help your eyeshadows grab, and it has a little bit of that metallic feel. I don't know that it really transforms your eyeshadows, but this does work really great as an eyeshadow primer. This guy, you might be tempted, oh hey, an eyelid primer. It's really just a couple bucks. But it's very gloppy. I don't like how it feels on the eyes. It feels a little bit greasy and then it kind of bunches up. If you are looking for something from the drugstore as far as a really good eyeshadow primer, Wet n Wild has an incredible one. It is their Photo Focus from that range, and I still use that one all the time. This is just... Then we have highlighters. Now I've talked about this one so many times. This is the Moonlight Pearls highlighter, and some people don't like this, and I feel it's because they just swatch it, and when you just swatch it, it kind of looks like, ugh, that's kind of chalky, like that looks like it's gonna be really strange. But you can go kind of aggressive on the cheeks with this. You can use a bigger brush, and it doesn't give you that overly metallic glow. It just gives you this really beautiful hint of not even shimmer. It just looks very dewy and healthy. On the skin, this reminds me a lot of the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powders, which we all know are, what, like 40, 50 bucks? This will give you the same vibe. It's not gonna be an in-your-face metallic highlight. It's not gonna look wet, but it's gonna have this soft, dewy glow, and I do really recommend this one. With that being said, they do have these dual panned ones that I think are no good. Now, the highlight portion on it is basically the same as this, but what I don't like is the blush and bronzer portion of these is just so chalky, like it doesn't even show up. So if you're going for a kiss of color, you're gonna see more of just an all over glow than the actual pigmentation. So for me, the split pan thing is just, I don't like it. I don't recommend it. Speaking of blush, this little guy, I mean, I think this is like $1, but it's just, see when I put my finger in here, like it's, I hope you guys can see that. It's just so extremely chalky. It doesn't blend, it doesn't sit on the face. I don't like it. Any of the blushers or anything that come in this white plastic, I'm not a fan of. You know, the blushes that come in the black compacts, those are all right, but I don't reach for them very often because I have other blushes I like so much more. Milani makes an incredible blush. CoverGirl has some good blushes. I think Milani's my favorite at the drugstore for blush, but my point is, sometimes they work out, some of the shades are a little bit patchy and hard to work with, so I don't reach for e.l.f. blushes very often. I kind of have the same feeling about e.l.f. foundations. I have never found one that I like. If you guys have found a formula or an e.l.f. foundation that you do really love, leave that in the comments below. Something on the face that does look beautiful, and I did a dedicated hot or not on these ages and ages ago. I've been using this product for a very long time. This is a bronzer, and they have a cool toned one, they have a warm toned one, and these are so good. They blend really well. They're just really nicely colored where they don't look strange on the skin. It's not overly warm, it's not overly cool. It's just a nice mix of color. You can blend them all together. You could wear, you know, them apart. It's kind of up to you. But they have such nice even pigmentation, and I've always really enjoyed these. This little guy right here I thought would be cool because I do love that highlighter so much, but this just does not do anything. I mean, you will dig in here and then go to put it on your eyes and it will just not give you much pigment at all. It's just too light and it's kind of a waste of time. I don't like this one. I'm not a fan of their mascara. This is the Waterproof Lengthening and Volumizing Mascara. It has a strange wand that's like thick and fat, but it's really short. So it just feels like it takes a long time to kind of go in here and then the middle and then the outer. And the formula is nothing that is making me really excited. I already have my favorites and it just does not compete with those. So that's a pass. This brightening eyeliner in black, I don't know what's brightening about it. The name of it is kind of odd, but the pigment in here is really nice. Look at that. That's like super matte. You do have to kind of warm this up on your skin before you use it on the eyes, but this is surprisingly good. And another really cool trick that you can do if you have an eyeliner that is just too stiff and it's not warming up, take a lighter and just light it for a second. You don't want to leave it there. You don't need to like light your eyeliner on fire, but just for a second, warm it up, go back to your skin. It'll be kind of melty and then you can go on the eye, and that is a really cool trick. They came out with some highlighters that straight up feel like Becca highlighters. This is almost an exact dupe. Like it just almost has that wet feeling. Look how pigmented that is. Like, look at this. This is just the craziest thing to me. I'm barely pressing. Are you amazed? Are we amazed? I'm amazed. I was in the e.l.f. store and I had already rung up my purchases, and then I saw these and I went over there and I was touching and swatching and I was like, and we're gonna take these too. So it's just so nice. Look at that. Oh. Now, as far as these 4 pans, I almost never reach for these. The highlighter one, I don't like at all. We're just gonna say that's a pass. The contour one is not half bad. It has a really nice banana yellow and a couple of contour shades that are actually really good. And then this lighter shade you can actually use as a really nice eyeshadow. I don't know that I would ever like set the face with this one. It's just a little bit too pale for me. But this is a really nice little 4-face quad. And then you have the bronzer palette. This is not my favorite, but it's not bad. It does blend really well. The only one that I think is kind of chalky out of that bunch is the highlight one, but that's okay. We have other e.l.f. highlighters that are totally awesome. Recently, e.l.f. brought out these $10 little kind of on-the-go palettes that have a little bit of everything. You have a bronzer, a blush, 2 lip colors, 3 eyeshadows. Now I am wearing this dark brown one today, and look at how intense that is. It is so rich. You will get a little bit of fallout with this, but it's so pigmented and it actually stays on the eyes for a really long time. So I do enjoy that quite a bit. The blush and bronzer in here are really nice. The lipsticks in here are quite sheer, but it is nice that you get them in here and that you have for 10 bucks a whole little face kit. So this is something worth looking at. They do have different shades as well. And then we also have this really cool lip kit. Now this has 4 shades in here that you can mix and match, and they're gonna be matte. So you could go for a totally matte look, or you can take this shimmer shade, put it on top, and you now have a glossy finish. This is the Shimmer Transformer Go Matte to Glossy, and I wanna show you the difference in pigmentation between this one and here. Like this is more of a gloss, right? That's kind of sheer. These ones in here, holy smokes, like prepare to be amazed. Look at that pigment. That is so nice. It is matte, but then if you go into the shimmer, you're gonna immediately have this kind of lightweight gloss that goes on top and transforms it. So I think this is a really cool product.
Who can say where the road goes, where the day flows?
If I could just make it through one video. I'm sorry, I was talking nice things about you. You just fell out of my hand. If you enjoy lip palettes, this is worth taking a look at. The last thing I wanna share is the e.l.f. Makeup Mist. You guys ask me about this all the time. It's not my favorite thing. I just don't like this. It does not do anything for my makeup. I don't like the way it mists, and it's just not for me. So there we have it. And we made it through another video where I swatched the crap out of my hand and I didn't get anything on my white shirt. Why is it every time I'm gonna sit down and literally like dig into makeup, I wear a white shirt? I don't do this on purpose. But we survived. So there you have it. I love some of this stuff. I don't love some of this stuff for good reasons, I feel, and I hope this helped you out if you were curious about e.l.f. products. Let me know what other brands or products do you want to see broken down this way. I was thinking of doing a drugstore brushes, kind of a favorites and hate-its. Let me know what you think. Leave those comments below. I love hearing from you guys, and thanks for hanging out with me. I will see you all in my next video. Mwah. And also don't forget to hit the thumbs up button because it really helps me out. Okay, I'm not gonna ask for anything else. Just hit the like button. All right, bye.